My name is Janet Sapp. I'm from East Harlem, born and raised, native New Yorker. My age is 67. I grew up in Wagner Projects. My mother came to Wagner in 1954, and I was born there in 1957. So Wagner Project it starts from 122nd. No, it starts from 120th over to 124th. It goes from FDR Drive over to 3rd Avenue, 2nd Avenue. Taino Towers is directly across the street from Wagner Projects, which is on 123rd, 2nd and 3rd, which means this is where I've been all my life. I did a lot in the community. I've always worked with kids. You know, I've worked in practically every daycare center over here. I started my own daycare center in 2000. I'm well known in the neighborhood. I've also worked here and lived in Taino Towers. I worked here for 20 years. And I ran the Magic Johnson Community Empowerment Center. He created plenty centers. I think he had about 22 centers, and they were in different states. And he decided he wanted to put one in New York State. And he went around to many places to see where he would want to put this program. The programs, all the centers are in low income housing developments. The program was to better lives of people, with computers, resources for jobs, GD and stuff like that. Everything from jobs to, especially now, this community, there's nothing for the kids. And that's what hurts me the worst, because I'm idle for kids. And after schools are scarce, and there's nothing for the kids. They're outside, they're in the buildings. Back then, there was so many opportunities for them, and now I feel really bad, because it looks like since my program closed, especially here in Taino, the kids, they weren't only from Taino, they were from surrounding communities also. But there's nothing for the kids no more, and it hurts. It really does. I mean, I became an educator, but that's what I wanted to do. I always knew I wanted to work with kids. Well, the reason I'm very interested in kids, because some kids are less fortunate than others. Some kids may go home to nobody being there. Some can go home to somebody being there. Some kids can go home to nothing to eat. Some kids, the parents are already working and they don't have help with homework, and, just the love for them, and the attention, because kids need attention. And first of all, they ain't asked to be here, so I just admire and just want to help and continue helping them all the time. I'm most very proud that I raised 3 good kids. I'm proud that they are so close with each other, that they're raising the kids together, and their relationships are awesome. And I'm really proud. I'm proud that I have instilled a lot into a lot of people, and working with Magic Johnson, I can say I've probably been through about 8,000 people, including seniors and young adults, teens, and children. I have gotten kids off the street, pulled them into the computer room. I mean, why are you out here selling drugs? For what reason? What are you going to get out of that? I have gotten them off the street, pulled them in the computer room, let them see what it's about. And they liked it, they stayed, they got off the street. And the best thing about it was when they went to school. And they always felt that Miss Sapp was mean. Everybody looks at me, you know how people can look at you and figure you out, so they think, And they were like that. Everybody used to think I was mean. I was just not, I was just humble. I'm always sociable, but I'm just not sociable with everybody like that. But achievement that I liked was to see these kids come out of college and come and thank me and tell me I was never mean. If it wasn't for you and my mom, I wouldn't be doing this, I wouldn't be doing that. It was a lot of kids that wasn't doing nothing, especially the young men. And I'm so grateful I was able to help them. Girls that were young teenage girls that were out here. I had little programs to talk to them and let them know what these boys, you know what they're doing. Come on, what's gonna happen? You're gonna get pregnant and then they're not gonna be there. No, finish school. Things like that. That bring me joy, and those are big achievements in my life. Yeah, it's a funny how I met him. My husband's name was Rick. His name was, there's a singer, God bless his soul, his name was Rick James. And that was my husband's name. But I met him in 91. One of the maintenance guys approached me and he said, hey Jan, you got a secret admirer. I'm not a person that be outside. I'm like an admirer. I said, who's admiring? He said, I got a friend. He's been admiring you. He's been talking about you. I said, you always telling stories, And he said, no, for real. I said, but how he admire me? You don't see me. So anyway, they were around the corner on 122nd Street. So the gentleman was cleaning his car. And he said, hey, Rick. So he called him over. He said, this is Jan. Jan, this is Rick. So I said, hi, how are you? I said, oh, so you're my secret admirer? He looked at me like I was stupid. He looked at me like I was stupid. He said, secret admirer. I said, I knew Ron was telling a story. So anyway, that's how we met and we talked, and we've been together for like 25 years until he passed away. And we did a lot together. We traveled with the kids, and that's the part I miss because we had a lot of fun together. A lot of fun. We really did. He was into music. He liked to do everything that I like to do. We were very compatible, so that's how we ended up being together so long. Yeah, I know, right? Don't have to no more. One hobby is singing, and I have my own little small business. I have a glass business where I build anything out of glass, you know. And it's not just glass. I do memorial candles. I do things for Christmas. I um, set up people's tables for events. All kinds of vases, wreaths, just so much. But I'm really proud of my glass business. I started this when my husband passed away because I needed to find something for my time. And I happened to be watching YouTube and I was trying to find like a hobby. And I saw this lady make this vase. I said, oh, wow, that's pretty. I can do that. And before I knew it, I think I done made 1,000 vases now. When I do stuff, I see the look on people's faces, and it's only one of a kind, and they like them, and for me to just take a piece of glass and make something out of it, and people really like it, and they just send more people and more people keep them coming, yeah, because the appreciation that I see that people love what I do. You have to live day by day, minute by minute. You can't predict the future. We say things like, tomorrow I'm gonna do this. We don't know that, you know. So I live for today, and one thing I do, which my children has started doing a while ago too, is that before we go to bed, we call, we tell you we love you. When we're on the phone, before I hang up, I tell my kids I love you. Even my friends, I do that. I do that because you don't know. You're not promised the next day. I'll still be the same, humble. I don't change. I'm just the same person. You know, I mean, I don't know what it's like. I can't tell you advance what it's gonna be. I can tell you what it was yesterday. Now, you know, the next minute we don't know till that minute comes. So, you know, I just pray that is the way it is now.